Why invading Iran would be one of the hardest wars ever fought. Welcome to the Politica UK InfoPod. As discussions grow about whether the Iran war could eventually involve ground forces, another question naturally follows. If a major power ever attempted to invade Iran, how difficult would that war actually be? Military historians and strategists have debated this question for decades, and their answer is usually the same. Invading Iran would be one of the most complex and dangerous military campaigns imaginable. The first reason is geography. Iran is a vast country, roughly 4 times the size of Iraq, and significantly larger than most European states. Its terrain includes major mountain ranges, deserts, and densely populated urban regions. The Zagros Mountains stretch across much of western Iran, forming a natural defensive barrier between the Persian Gulf and the Iranian interior. Mountain warfare is notoriously difficult. Armored vehicles move slowly, supply lines become vulnerable, and defending forces can use terrain to their advantage. Even modern armies with advanced technology find mountainous terrain extremely challenging. The second factor is population. Iran has more than 80 million people. That is more than twice the population of Iraq at the time of the 2003 invasion. A country of that size contains vast cities, complex infrastructure, and a large pool of potential military recruits. Even if an invading force captured major cities, controlling the country would be a massive undertaking. The third factor is military preparation. Iran has spent decades preparing for the possibility of invasion. Its strategy focuses heavily on asymmetric warfare. Rather than relying solely on conventional battles, Iranian forces have developed tactics designed to slow and exhaust a stronger opponent. These include missile forces, drone systems, underground military facilities, and regional proxy networks. Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps also plays a major role in the country's defense strategy, coordinating irregular forces and militia-style units capable of guerrilla warfare. The fourth factor is regional escalation. An invasion of Iran would almost certainly trigger responses across the wider Middle East. Iran has strong relationships with armed groups and allied militias in several countries. Those networks could open additional fronts, attacking military bases, shipping routes, and infrastructure across the region. That means a ground war in Iran would likely not remain confined to Iranian territory. Finally, there is the political dimension. After the experiences of Iraq and Afghanistan, Western governments are extremely cautious about large-scale ground wars in the Middle East. Such wars are expensive, unpredictable, and politically controversial. They require enormous troop deployments, long supply chains, and years of sustained commitment. All of this helps explain why modern military strategies toward Iran have focused heavily on air power, naval operations, sanctions, and cyber warfare rather than invasion. In short, military planners generally see an invasion of Iran not as impossible, but as extraordinarily costly. That does not mean ground fighting could never occur in the region. But if the war were ever to reach that stage, it would represent a major escalation with consequences far beyond the battlefield. Because in geopolitical terms, invading Iran would not simply be another military operation. It would be one of the most complex wars of the modern era. This InfoPod was brought to you by Politica UK.